Um, 1,020 days. Long time. How did it feel?
Felt great. Felt great. I was, I don't know if this is working or not, but I'll keep talking into it. Yeah, no, it felt great. You know, obviously some nerves going into it. And I said out there in the interview on the ice that on ice warm up, I was trying to figure out what did I used to do again? What was my routine? But I was just trying to enjoy it too, right? Like get out there and enjoy it, get into the game. And yeah, physically I feel great. You know, there's obviously it's the first game in a long time, so I got plenty of things to work on and get better at. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Jesse, then Evan.
Gabe, you said that you sit out there on the ice, and your body feels great, your knee feels great. Emotionally, how are you feeling, and how was it to be back out there just in the fight with the boys?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I've been thinking about this for a long time, and you know, envisioning this and envisioning being in a competitive hockey game again, and obviously there were times where I didn't know if that was ever going to happen. So it felt great being in the battle again, and you know, on the bench, in the room, on the ice, you know, all the nuances of a hockey game. Really fun being back. Yeah, I can't say enough about obviously the support I've felt from people all over the place, and the Avs organization throughout this whole thing, but the Eagles and Martin Lind and the organization that he's run here, and the fans for welcoming me with open arms. You know, it means a lot, and that's felt for sure.
Evan, then Ryan.
Gave you a bunch of teammates here up in this crowd. Also, I know your family was here as well. What does that kind of support mean, and just to be able to do this in front of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. You know, I said it before, and I say you're not doing this kind of a journey on your own. You're not doing anything in life on your own, really. So the support's been incredible from my family, my wife first and foremost. She's been incredible, and yeah, there's been times where I didn't know where it was going to go, if this was ever going to happen, but you know, she's kept pushing me, my family, my friends, my teammates. They've, you know, always been supportive and always been in my corner, and kept pushing me along, and my team that's helped me out. Yeah, the support has been incredible, and like I said, I wouldn't be anywhere near here today without them.
Over here, Gabe, go Ryan, then Pat.
Just overall, the effort tonight, can you talk about what that was like for you? Obviously, you know, kind of keeping an eye on minutes, but going through the process, feeling comfortable, what the game speed and all that was like for you?
Yeah, Schneeks and I had, you know, we had a conversation this morning about how we were going to approach this, and we just kept an open dialogue the whole game. And you know, he kept asking how I was feeling, if I wanted more, if I wanted less, and I was feeling good. So, and obviously the competitor in you comes out as soon as you put that jersey on, and you want to be a part of the game, you want to play, you want to make an impact. And I didn't know what the game was going to feel like, look like, structure, anything like that, but I thought it was really fun, and you know, like I said before, I got a lot of things to work on and improve on, and I found myself getting a little frustrated on the bench just because I wasn't making the right plays, or I wasn't skating or getting involved the way I wanted to. But also got to remember, it's the first one in a long time, so I guess I have to temper my own expectations a little bit. But I think the drive to get better and my will to continue to improve game by game here is not going to stop. So yeah, fun to sit down, and I got some other game tape to review now. First game tape to review in a long time, so I'll be excited to watch some fresh video finally.
Pat, then Megan.
Gabe, welcome back. You were very emotional when you laid out your journey in your docu-series. I guess, given where you were, maybe your lowest point there, could you envision that you'd be playing playoff hockey, possibly playing playoff hockey in a week? I mean, is that almost surreal?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there were times, a handful of times where I didn't know where it was going to go, and there were tough days, obviously, but I always had a kind of a clear vision of where I wanted to go, and that, I think, the deep belief never wavered, really. Obviously, there are times where it go through waves, and sometimes you're really negative and you're really not seeing where the path is, and sometimes you'd find it and have all this motivation, inspiration, and you're just chugging along. But yeah, you keep putting the work in, and day by day you keep doing it and keep believing. And the days become weeks, and the weeks become months, and finally years have gone by, and now you're playing again. So I've always tried to kind of stay present, live in the moment. Still going to do that, and that's what I wanted today. To do today is I didn't want to look too far ahead. I wanted to be here right now, enjoy it all, soak it in, and then examine it, look at it, look at the good, look at the bad, see how I feel tomorrow. Get back to work, and we'll see how the body responds.
Megan, then Eric and Colleen.
Our Eagles are looking for their Avalanche division and secure the ice for their playoff run. How did that factor into your decision to join them for the conditioning stint, and what were your impressions of the group?
My impressions of the group is a great group in there. Awesome group of guys, and obviously now that it's that point in the season where you see the dynamics of injuries up top, and you see guys from here moving up, and then you got college signings and whatnot. So handful of new guys in the lineup, obviously, but I think the group has had a great season from what I've seen and heard, and they're obviously at the top of the standings for a reason. They're a talented club. So when we started talking conditioning stint and the opportunity of doing that, it was just kind of another step in the process for me. Obviously, we're fortunate to have the Eagles just down the road here, and then it kind of became reality with the schedule kind of working out with their home games, and for me, we've never looked too far ahead. We've just started exploring it, and we talked to the league and the PA and everybody, and it's just the next step in the process, to be honest, and it's been really good, and we'll keep working.
Eric and Colleen.
It's good to see you again, Gabe. We've heard from Jared Bednar and Eric Johnson. So many guys have said either it's unfair to set expectations for you, it's hard to set high expectations for you. What are your expectations for yourself if playoff hockey is something you end up playing in a couple weeks or next week?
I mean, obviously, I have high expectations of myself. I'm also realistic in knowing what I've gone through, and how much time is missed. But at the same time, I'm not going to necessarily lower them too low either. It's going to take some time maybe to get into things, but like I said, I don't want to look too far ahead. But I do know that I feel good today. Hopefully I feel good tomorrow, and we can keep working. I can keep practicing, and we'll see where it takes us. But I think I played just shy of 15 minutes tonight or something, and I think that's maybe more than I thought I was going to play in the first game back. But so really exciting that I feel as good as I do, and we'll see what the future looks like.
Colleen, then we'll come over here.
The concern was your physical ability, but how did you get yourself kind of mentally prepared for tonight?
It's been a work in progress, just like anything. You're working on your physical abilities and your rehab, but also trying to stay sharp mentally. And how do I put this so it makes sense? I think you're always trying to get better in all areas. And for me, knowing that I missed time and knowing that there's been ups and downs and a bit of a roller coaster. I've obviously had to put work into myself, my mental game, my emotional side of things, and the spiritual side of things. So I've always just try to get better in all aspects. And I think that's, for me, I was trying to do some visualizing before tonight and just calm myself down. I knew it wasn't going to be a problem to get energized for this one and get up for it. So if anything, I just had to kind of calm my nerves a little bit and do kind of my breathing routine and whatnot just to settle myself down. But I just went out there and tried to enjoy every second of it, and I did.
Front center, go ahead.
Gabe, you just talked about expectations. Is there any sort of plan or goals that you have for when you want to be back with the Avalanche in general? Is there kind of a bit of a tug of war with you between
Yeah, like I said, I think this is a step in in the process, and it was, obviously this was the first, and then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow, and then we'll see what the schedule looks like moving forward. I don't know. I haven't planned too far ahead, but I'm excited about what the future looks like for me and for the Eagles and for the Avs, obviously. So. Yeah, we'll see. I wish I had a better answer for you. Obviously, I want to continue building on tonight, and that's what I'm planning on doing.
Brennan.
Gabe, when was the moment that it hit you that I get to play a game today? I get to go to the rink and actually put on my pads rather than a suit today?
Yeah. I mean, it crept up on me here the last 24, 48 hours, and obviously I think that the decision was made just the other day, and we, waking up this morning, it felt a little bit surreal, driving up here for morning skate, and couldn't come fast enough, to be honest with you. I was really excited, and yeah, just... It's an odd feeling when you've been looking forward to something for so long, and then all of a sudden you get to do it, and now you're trying to, get right and get into it and get not just everything else around it. Obviously, my phone was blowing up all day today with people getting excited once the news broke, and like I said, the support's been great. But I was trying to get a little bit more narrowed in on my focus on just playing. But at the same time, try to enjoy everything else that comes with it, right? Nonetheless, the support and the people here in the building made it very special tonight.
Jeff in the back.
You've been around Denver a long time, most of your life, for 1,020 days. Is this the greatest comeback in Denver sports history?
I will probably let other people decide that. I've just tried to stack the days and put the work in, and here we are. So. I think maybe if I would have scored a goal tonight, would have made it a little bit more special. But nonetheless, I feel good, and I think that's a good thing.
Okay, right here, center. Yeah, you. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were pointing to someone else. So yes, you didn't score a goal tonight, but you did happen to find yourself in the penalty box, kind of smiling and laughing. What was that kind of experience like for you?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a little bit. Yeah, I was a little bit confused when I heard my name and I was on the Jumbotron and being honored and people were going nuts, but I will take that too. That was very special, and I was talking to the gentleman that was sitting in the penalty box, and I mentioned to him that I do somehow, even though it's been a long time, I remember this feeling of sitting in the penalty box, and it's still not a great feeling, but people made it special tonight, and yeah, it was, all that comes with it, and those are all little details that I missed so much about the game, and yeah, just everything about it. And it doesn't matter what jersey or what league or what rink you play in, it's the greatest game. And I mentioned it before, but it's my first love, and it's good to be back.
Time for a couple more. Evan, then Jeff Howell, and we'll finish with Ryan.
Been skating for a while, but how did it feel to take a hit, throw a hit, and then put someone in a headlock?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it felt good. Obviously, those are things that you can't really replicate in practice, or it's hard to draw up drills that are completely live. So, yeah, I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to react and how it was going to feel, but it felt really good. I try to get involved. I try not to be stupid by any means and go too crazy, but I try to get involved physically as well, and yeah, it was fun. It felt good, and a headlock wasn't necessarily planned when I woke up this morning, but part of the game.
Jeff.
You kind of asked what I was going to ask, but I'll ask you a different one. Once you were in the box, did you get out and start thinking Gordie Howe hat trick?
Yeah, I mean, I had a friend of mine that texted me a Gordie Howe hat trick today, but I knew going into the game, I guess, to answer one of the earlier questions about my expectations, I knew regardless of what the game looked like and how it win, loss, goals or not, I wasn't going to base my feelings of this game based off of the outcome of my stat sheet. I just wasn't going to do that, and that would have just kind of been the cherry on top, I guess, right? It's fun scoring goals no matter where it is. So, but I think for me, just the fact that I was out there and I felt good and I was able to skate hard and do all the things that you have to do to play in a professional hockey game, I'm really excited about that. So that makes me excited about the future, and yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Finish with Ryan.
I don't know the player on Henderson, but he said something to you at the opening faceoff. Just can you share with us what he said?
Something along the lines of like, welcome back. It's great to have you back. And, you know, there are a couple of guys saying some really nice things. So, so it makes this game so great. You know, you go out and put somebody in a headlock, and then the next face-off, somebody says something nice to you. It's just, I think it just, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, the support, even from players around the league and obviously here as well. It means a lot, and I never thought this was ever going to get to this point and get this big and get this much attention, and that was never my intention. I just trying to fight my way back, and here we are. So yeah, it was a fun night. Now I'm tired. I'm looking forward to sleep.